This is my series, Roadmap to Reopening Mama Matcha Café. And I know that over the years, with podcasting, a lot has evolved. We went from just voice, similar to radio, to voice and video, and it's a plethora of things now. However, I am from the old school, and this episode right here is going to be a old school episode as I talk about the process of reopening my cafe. And I came to a realization this week, something I knew internally, but I had never vocalized it before until a sister had reached out to me just to check up on me. And I found myself communicating with her, taking a break from family and business and life. And as I was communicating, I was like, wow. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot it a little bit, okay? Especially today. This is a day of tooting horns, okay? July 19th is a toot your horn day, okay? For Mama Matcha Café founder, who is me. The reason why this is a toot my horn day is because I opened up my cafe. And if you go onto Google, you'll see great reviews. Great reviews with my matcha waffles, great reviews with my matcha beverages, great reviews. People love my matcha and my matcha items, right? And I did that, right? By myself with my own savings. I didn't get any finance from anywhere. And in the middle of a pandemic. Oh, and as a single mom. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how one woman, one brown woman in America used her own savings to open up a business. Now, I did realize that, as with anything great, you need people, you know? But I had to learn the importance of having a network and having good people that are supportive of what you're doing. I had to learn that the hard way because that wasn't something that I grew up with. You know, I grew up with conditional. It seemed like conditional love, love, but conditional love, not unconditional support. And people that were supposed to be supportive, like my father and my birth mom, they were absent. They were just not around, not involved. And the people who did choose to be involved, well, it wasn't for free. The city was definitely paying. I love her, but that's the truth. The city paid my great aunt, to care for me for the decade that she did. And it was a good decade. I'm not saying it's a bad decade. She had no nonsense in her house. She definitely is from the old school. She was born 1913. So she put a lot of good stock into me and a lot of love, so that was a great foundation to have. However, a foundation is just where you start at. In order for a building to flourish, all of the floors have to be, something strong. It's built with good material. And the material I got after the first decade was not all good. I went through a lot of different experiences in the foster care system. I went through a lot of experiences dealing with males and men who didn't care. They just didn't care. They was like, so what, you're 13? So what, you're 14? Look at that ass. And not even offering anything like, like they do nowadays. Nowadays, and it's unfortunate that they do that with teenagers and underage girls. But nowadays, they give them something aside from just dick and head. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just coming from that, which would seem like nothing, which seemed like horrible, going through those different things, becoming a mother at the age of 15, marrying my ex abusive husband. What was like 20? It was either 19 or 20. I don't even remember now. So long ago. It was like another freaking life, it seems, although it was still within this lifestyle. And then to grow and to use that foundation and those principles as I got older, because I figured, oh yeah, this other ways, these that's not working. Yeah, that's not working. And to get to the point in my life, in my 30s, there's people that have loving parents, a whole community behind them that, do those type of things in their 30s, start businesses in their 30s. But I had the audacity to refuse. I didn't put my phone on do not disturb, so there might be messages that's coming through and notifications. Y'all just got to bear with me because this is going to be a quick episode of Roadmap to Reopening Mama Matcha Cafe, because my dinner is pretty much done. And I already know after I eat that plate of good country love food. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that because I made some country stuff for dinner today. I made some homemade gravy. I did my basmati rice. That's the rice I like and prefer. And I did some spinach as my vegetable. And I made some sauteed beef liver. And yeah, it's not everybody's choice, but I love it. I grew up eating it. And it's probably why I got the strength I got now. But anyway, I know when I eat dinner, it's a wrap. So I said, let me come and do this episode because I made the commitment to do it today. And so I'm doing it today. But I gotta toot my horn because that's freaking phenomenal. Like, you can't act like it's not. Other people can pretend that it's not, right? But it's phenomenal when the whole world shut down that I decided myself that number one, I'm not following anyone. I already made that decision with my life. I'm not a follower. I don't do good for following people, especially people when I see and I'm watching and I'm paying attention and you asking me to follow something and you're acting up yourself. You ain't really right within yourself. That's what kept me from getting deep inside of different religions and churches because I'm watching you. You're telling me one thing and you're doing another thing. What's going on? Some of the daggone men that was coming on to me in my youth were men of the cloth, men from churches. So what's going on? I didn't read that in the Bible. I didn't read that in the Bible. What you doing? What you doing? You're being hypocritical. But this is not about that. This is about Mama Matcha Cafe and the founder, me. And just giving you more insight because I made the choice to go deep into my spirituality myself, by myself, studying people like Louise Hay, Reverend Ike, excuse me, Reverend Ike, Louise Hay, Michael Beckwith. Michael Beckwith is still with us. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday! I gotta shout out my homie. He's phenomenal. And going into metaphysics, studying esoteric science, really getting deep, deep, deep into spirituality. It's like, oh, it opened my eyes. Activating my Christ consciousness, it opened my eyes. So my cafe, yes, once it's open, it's generating profits. Now I know again the importance of having a strong loving network of people who believe in you, who are supportive of you. I know the importance of that now. I didn't know that then because I hadn't experienced it then. But I am experiencing that now. And it feels so freaking good. Yes, I still do what I got to do. I still do the work, right? Now I have individuals that I can have constructive conversations with, get constructive criticism, people that are where I am and way beyond where I am. But even though they're beyond where I am, they remember where they were when they started. So they don't look at me and be like, what can you do for me? I'm just going to use you to see what you could do for me. They don't look at me like that. They look at me like, keep going. I was there. You got this. Girl, you doing good. It's okay. You going to figure it out. And it's like, oh, I love you. I was with a bunch of these women last weekend. I was at one phenomenal lady's home in Watchung, New Jersey. And when I tell you the sister's house, all I saw was the basement and the backyard. But the backyard and the basement was decked the heck out, okay? Sister Lady has a jacuzzi, a waterfall, a heated pool, and she opened up her home to allow women and people to come in and have a whole wellness retreat at her home. And she fed us good, and it was unlimited everything, and it was so peaceful, it was so beautiful, it was so inspiring. It was just phenomenal. It was just phenomenal. So, my reopening of Mama Matcha Cafe is coming from a space of generosity. It's coming from a space of love. It's coming from a space of Christ consciousness. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No, the cafe is not a church. However, um, being who I am and I having and living my life the way I live my life, that is the center of my life. My divinity, my God is the center of my life. Everything I do, business, community, family, everything. Like, that's what guides me. Because I had to learn how to depend on that when there were nobody around. So I don't just, I'm happy. I'm a happy person and I love to be around other happy people. However, a smiling face um, is not enough to have me like, oh, that's my dog right there. That's my dog. Because I'm listening to everything. And it doesn't look like I'm watching everything, but I always am. And you could thank my training in public safety working in New York City for that. I'll be watching. I'll be listening. And you think I'm looking at my phone, my peripherals is right. As soon as you mention a word or say a thing, you think I didn't hear because I didn't turn my head around and look at your face. Oh, I heard every slick thing. And I have compassion, but I'm also wise. So this reopening of Mama Matcha Cafe, it is a mature, wise woman's decision and opportunity to create a space, a safe space for people to come and not just rejuvenate their body with the matcha. We know the matcha does the body good, right? But it's more than that. It's an experience for your mind and for your spirit. The rejuvenation is holy. That's why it's a holistic luxury brand. My stuff is not going to be cheap. My matcha is not going to be cheap, but the experience that my customers, and they know it, when I tell you they know it, they know it. Like, I get a call every freaking week. When are you open? When are you open? When are you open? People are starving for this type of rejuvenation because they need it. So many places you go to and they just want to take from people. This is a place where you could come and you can gain. You can gain remembrance of who you are. You can gain from the environment. You can gain from the space. You can sit, you can work, you can sit with your friends. You can sit and be entertained because you know, well, if you don't know, I do sing, I do write, I do have one single out underneath my artist name, Nikita Black, and it's BLACC. But there's more music to come, and I'm going to be doing open mics, and I'm going to have the opportunity for other artists in the area to come out and to share their gifts and to share their talents with the world. So I say this a lot on my other series, but I'm here for the new stuff. I'm here to build up the new stuff. I'm not, I could care less about the old world and all of that nonsense. I don't put my time, energy, or attention over there. I put my time and energy into creating new things. And I'm so grateful for the amazing network of amazing women and good brothers, too. Good brothers that's not trying to get in my god dang on drawers. You know, good brothers that are just there and supportive. I appreciate them all. And when I tell you, Mama Matcha Cafe is freaking phenomenal, phenomenal. And one last thing before I go, because I see my spinach over there. I hear it actually simmering. That means the dinner is completely done. Uh, is that because because this cafe is a holistic luxury brand, and because me, the founder, is operating from that Christ consciousness and this space of divinity as the core of everything that I do, I know what it is to surrender to that force. I know what it is and people like to call that force God. I like to use the word divinity. However, you feel comfortable communing with this force and with this power that is everywhere and also within us each. Do as you please, right? However, I know what it is to surrender. Like all I have, I'm sitting right now around luxury right now. Just like, I didn't do this. Like I had the ideas of this. Um, and I did the work within myself. However, all that I have is straight from divinity. And I had to be patient. And I remember, even though it seems like it was so far off, but just a few years ago, when I came to this brand spanking new building, where everything freaking new, dishwasher, refrigerator, stainless steel, everything just brand spanking new. I had just my clothing, some books. Of course, I had my altar. But I had literally no furniture. My computer, I did have my computer, but no furniture at all. And now to be sitting here looking around, fully furnished, um, orderly, beautiful, control my temperature, beautiful view. I can see New York City out of my window. I have my own studio office space, which you see me doing my other podcast show in. My everything just fully like, okay, God, okay. And I had to surrender for this to happen. I had no clue. I had no clue. And I didn't stress myself about it. I said, thank you for what I have. And more came. And it didn't come right away, but it came. And so with that experience, just in my personal life, I know that that's how it works, period, with everything. It works like that in my professional life. It always has, whether I was conscious of it or not, it always has. Always, 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 always has. So I kind of see what's happening. I see how the good people are getting into my life and, are offering me that support and that encouragement and not looking at me through the side eye like, oh, how much money we could get from this kind hearted girl. Or, we gonna use her good energy. No, they are so busy generating their own good energy within themselves. Like I said, these women are phenomenal. And yeah, most of them do work for the government. Which is ironic because I be trying to dodge politics like what, even though I got so much to say and so many solutions that are it comes so easy through me. And I just be like, why aren't y'all doing this? Like, this makes sense. But I'm like, oh wait, I don't operate in that arena as of yet. I'm gonna get a few more college degrees. Because I gotta learn politicking on the lower level first, okay? Because that upper level, woo, I be losing my patience on the lower level. Like, this don't make no sense. What you doing? Can we fix this? And they be looking at me like, you're a student. How dare you come to the president's office demanding we change things? Nah, but seriously, all jokes aside, Mama Matcha Cafe is more than just a place that's going to generate an income. This is part of my family's legacy. It's going to stay within my family, whether we are physically there operating it or not, and it's going to grow. It's not something that's small. I envision Mama Matcha Cafe being a franchise and being something that gives other people who are on this wavelength the opportunity to operate something of this scale and give them the opportunity to build generational wealth for themselves and for their families too. So this is not a small thing. And I am one woman with my family and other things that I'm also doing simultaneously, including this here, this podcast show. On my Instagram, I went viral on Instagram on my podcast show last week out of freaking nowhere. And that was ironic. Like, that came out of freaking nowhere. I posted up something on my way to talk to an orthopedic, and I said, let me just show my outfit real quick. I had music and everything behind me. The music didn't even upload. So it's a silent video of me literally in a blue dress. That's it. And it got 90,000 views. So again, how I do it? God, divinity. That's how I do it. That's how I do everything. That's how I'm doing Mama Matcha Cafe. So I know people are eager. I'm eager too. Shoot. You think I ain't eager? I'm eager because there's so many things I want to give into. So many things I want to just give into. So many projects and things that I just want to be like, here, take this 20K. Here, take this 50K. Here. However, everything is happening in divine time. So I'm still looking at places. And when I tell you Bloomfield open, first of all, I kid you not, in April and May of this year, Bloomfield was filled the heck up. Now, in July, do you know how many places is open? I mean, in big places. This commercial places all over Bloomfield and Montclair, New Jersey. So now, if I'm gonna be transparent, which I am, I'm not, and not just there in Montclair, because it catches my eye. Commercial spaces everywhere catch my eye. There's even spaces on 22, Route 22. There's spaces in the city, and I'm from there. So I know those spaces, they want like $1 million, or at least $500,000, at least $250,000. Most of the places in Manhattan want for leasing space, you know. So that's definitely after a couple of locations are already open. So that we can scale up and pay that New York City rent. But then there's nooks and crannies in different places in Brooklyn, and where the rent is only about 5K or 8K a month. And I'm just like, there's so much to choose from. And the place that I really, really, really got my heart set on, it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. It's right next to the precinct. Well, a couple of doors down from the precinct. But I feel that space in my spirit is definitely um, one of my locations. So yeah, it's not a small thing. It's a big thing. This is the roadmap to reopening Mama Matcha Cafe, luxury holistic brand, and yeah, one day franchise. So stay tuned. Next time I'm out and about and looking at different commercial spaces, I will share, and I will be back to let you know how the road is going. But so far, so good. Especially now that I'm not traveling that road alone. Because if I can do it alone, if I can open up a business and get good reviews alone during a pandemic with my own savings, can you imagine what I can do with these good people in my life? With the financing, and financing don't come overnight, okay? It's a whole process, okay, for financing. But with financing and with grants, we just entered the new grant year. Like, whew. So I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time. Yes, I wanted to be open yesterday. That's the freaking truth. But I'm taking my time. I'm on God's time. And that's just how it is. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Watch my other episodes. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your views because that does generate funness. And with that being said, I hope everybody has had a phenomenal Sunday. And I wish everybody the best. I'm really, really serious when I feel the solution of us having a better world is each individual taking the time and investing within themselves and becoming better versions of themselves because that's the only way the world is going to get better. The world is not going to get better just complaining and talking crap. You're going to have to put in the work and do what you got to do within yourself and make yourself better because that's what we got control over. We got control over ourselves. You control yourself and stop. Don't worry about what nobody else got. Don't worry about how to control anybody else. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Just wish people the best and keep it pushing forward and be your better self and keep on bettering yourself because I'm a forever be bettering myself, okay? Even when I have Oprah money, even when I have Tyler Perry money, I am still bettering myself. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still working out. I'm still doing oxygen treatments. I'm still, still bettering myself. I don't think it's something that ever stops. I think it's something that continues on. That's what we're here to do. We're here to evolve. We're here to expand. And everybody has different roles to play, and that's okay. That's what makes the world beautiful. But the nonsense, I ain't got the time for it. And I'm ready for it to be over, over. Those forest fires and all of that. And Nolan, yeah, I want Nolan to be the last one that something like that happens to, really. We're with 2026. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And when you get deeper into spirituality, into esoteric science, it really don't make no sense at all. Like, why would you try to take somebody else's life? Or why would you even do that? Because it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to your kids. It's going to come back. So just do good. Don't worry. Somebody's stronger and whatever, genetically more advanced than you are. That's okay. It's all right. Be happy with what you got. Be happy with yourself. That's what I gotta say. Thank you for tuning in for Roadmap to reopening Mama Matcha Cafe. And I will have another episode. Listen, it's summertime. Forgive me for not putting an episode last week. It's summertime. I've been outside. I've been enjoying life, because I'm going to do that regardless. So, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned and talk to you guys soon. Bye bye now.